Hi everyone, thanks for joining me in my latest video today. So we haven't done anything Halloweeny yet, so I thought why not kickstart with our beautiful Rita Berman's work in My Harvest Walk. I think that's what it translates to, or My Autumn Walk. I think it's probably Harvest, but I'm not sure. So I have chosen the pumpkin patch. Now 2 years ago I coloured this one. I think it was just with paints, I'm not sure, and a little stamp down there. So I thought, well, why not do this page and maybe see a comparison, hopefully a bit of an improvement, never mind, maybe. Right, so we're going to kickstart, let me centralise you so you can see it. We're going to kickstart with some pastels. We haven't used these forever. So I've got the Faber-Castell 72 soft pastel set. Now they were in order, so I would have been able to tell you the colours. However, I dropped them, and so they're now not in order. So what I've got is, it looks like this. So I'm assuming this is dark indigo, this one, because it's the darkest of the blues that we've got, I think. And then we've got this one, which I think is violet. And then this one, I've got a feeling might be, let me see, pink Madder Lake, maybe. So what I've chosen is the dark navy, the violet and a pink. So the lighter of the pinks and the dark navy, that's about as much help as I can give you. So we're going to be brave, people. And Lucy has a craft knife. Yes. So if you see in this video, I've managed to get it out without slicing a finger off. Okay. So I'm going to take the dark navy and I'm going to put, I've got a sheet of plastic here. Just going to put that behind, just so it doesn't go over onto the other pages. I'm going to take the dark navy and I'm just going to scrape it on the edge. Don't need too much. Don't worry about the fact that I'm going over the picture. And I also need a protective sheet of paper while we're working with pastels for that page. There we go, we'll put that there. Right, I've got a little bit of cotton wool. And I'm really lightly, don't press hard when you're doing this, I'm just really lightly going to work that into the page. Now we could have used inks, we could have done it with pencil. Right, let me just squash that in. Just trying to see where the ground starts, okay. We could have used a lot of things, but chalk makes life very easy. So I'm just going to bring that in. We will erase any bits that we don't want. And yes, I'm going over my pumpkins, but the wonderful thing with chalk is that we can erase it if we haven't rubbed it in too much. I'm going to take that off. Okay. That's our dark navy. Now I'm going to go in with the purple, which I think is, what did I say, lilac? Violet. Okay, we're going to scrape that on. So again, if you're seeing this video, it means it worked. I was able to erase it all. And could bring you the video. And like I said, I haven't ended up in A&E with a sliced off finger. Because Lucy and craft knives, well, I haven't had an accident yet, but I am such a klutz that there's time. Gently, Lucy, gently. Blend those colours in together. Okay, so we've got a bit of blue and a bit of purple going on. Very pretty. And then we're going to take, just for this little centre bit, we're going to take a bit of this. I think it's probably Madder Lake, pink Madder Lake. And we're just going to put that in the centre. Take a clean bit of the cotton wool. And I'm just going to plop that in. And we've got some nice autumny, a nice autumny feel, or Halloweeny feel with those colours. There we go. Alright, now, before we can fix it or do anything else, we need to erase all the bits that we don't want. So you can use a plain, upside down, a plain plastic eraser. I like to use my Afmat eraser because my hands are shaky, as you know. Also, have yourself a baby wipe ready, otherwise you are going to spread it everywhere. So I'm just going to clean as much as I can off my hands. I might wonder if we should go in with a leave it, Lucy, leave it. Right, so you can take your normal plastic eraser. I'm just going to blow off any of the loose stuff, and then you can take out any colour. I've also got one of those Tombow very fine ones. You can use those for specific areas. These are good, these are great for bigger spaces. So my hands kind of spasm and I make stupid moves, like here I've erased a bit of the purple, so I'm just going to go back in. And then I got much more precision with the Afmat. It doesn't have to be perfect, but we'll just get off as much as we can. I'm going to blow that because obviously I haven't fixed the pastel. I've erased a bit of blue, so I'm going to go back and find my find a clean bit, take my indigo and just dab that back on. Okay. And then I'll more carefully go in and erase that. Okay, we've got a really nice Halloweeny background. I like it. Nice and easy. I will show you in a minute how what I fix it with. So I'm just taking a clean bit because I've gone a bit heavy-handed there. I'm just going to take some of that off, just so it blends better. There we go. Now, the soil down here, we are going to put a chalk base, and I'm going to use this one, which I think is possibly nugget because it's a nice brown, light brown colour. So once again I'm going in, and this will just help. We are going to use pencil, so don't fret. On the soily area we're going to use pencil, the sky I won't. Okay, a clean bit of cotton wool. Can you believe how quick we've done a background? Let me just push that down. And this is why I've got that plastic underneath, so that we don't run into the other page with it. Because they are great to work with, but boy are they messy. See, it's a nice sort of pale brown. I don't want it too overwhelming. Okay. I'll blow that out of the corner in a minute. There we go. We are going to do some pencil work on there, I think, just to bring it to life a little bit more. There we go. Excuse me. That's not the pastels that's making me cough. Everyone at school has been going down with stuff, so I'm just praying that I don't get it for half term. It's half term next week. In fact, we've got an inset day on Friday, so I'm really looking forward to having a day extra off, and then we've got the week off for half term. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do with the soil. So I'm just going to erase. It was noisy, sorry. Erase our pumpkin. And our little stone areas. And that, folks, is your background. Obviously we're going to do some more work on it. I'm not just going to leave it like this, but something very satisfying I think about erasing and seeing the white come back through. Okay, so I'm not going to make you suffer while I erase the whole lot. I'm going to cut it here and then I'll come back and I will have fixed it with, when I've erased everything and I've got the white areas that I want back. Is that supposed to be soil there? Yeah, I haven't done it, have I? Up there. There we go. I'm going to fix it with this Pastel Fixative Frisk. This is CFC free and eco-friendly, it says, but I will take it outside and spray it and then let it dry before I obviously carry on with the page. But yeah, I just do a light spray over, make sure it's completely coated. Do not oversaturate, otherwise your chalk will go through onto the page behind. So you'd be better off doing lighter coats than one, like making it soaked, if that's what I'm saying, because it will push the colour through otherwise. Alright my beautiful friends, give me 2 minutes, let me clear up and spray and fix it and we'll get started with our colouring. See you in a sec. Okay, so I did 2 coats. I did one fine spray, let it dry, and then did another one over the top, and we are now fixed and ready to go. There's no bleed through because I did the fine coat instead of saturating the paper. This is the mono eraser that I was talking about. It's by Tombow and it's got a tiny fine end. I just thought I'd show you that. Yeah, Mono Zero it's called. There we go. And it just really helps you get into those fine spaces. So I erased all the berries and the leaves, all the little drops that are going to be on the cobwebs, and yeah, we're ready to get going. So I've got different colours for the pumpkins. I've got 3 different colours, so I thought we'd mix it up a little bit. So let's get our first one. We're going to do the traditional Orangey Reds. Let's come in. So just because we've homed in on this one, let's do this one. So I'm going to come out slightly. There we go. I've got Scarlet Red, Dark Cadmium Orange and Cadmium Orange. And what I'm going to do is try to make it look like these little bits go in and then this sort of plumes out, but you'll see. So I'm going to take the Scarlet Red and I'm going to come in here. So anywhere that I want it to be darker, I'm putting the Scarlet Red in. So right the way down this joint. I'm sorry, did I say that I'm using polychromos? I don't think I did. I normally use Prismas in here, but Polychromos it is today. I had a few comments from really lovely people saying how they'd enjoyed the fact that I was using the Polychromos. And they are incredible pencils. I do enjoy working with them. Okay. I might need to just soften that edge. So let's just put a soft edge. That will help us blend in our new colour. We don't get any harsh lines that way. I know I repeat myself, but I've had quite a few new subscribers that are following along, which is lovely, and I would like them to know what I'm doing. Okay, so dark cadmium orange next, and we're going to go back over that, particularly over that fade line. And I'm going to try and follow the shape of the pumpkin, so we're keeping that nice rounded edge. I'm trying to keep my hand out of the way and be very good in my videos. Okay, so we've kept that arch going, and we're going to fade that out because we're going to use our last colour in a minute. Just take your time with the Polychromos, let the pencil do the work, just don't press hard. I find, in my experience anyway, that they're less reactive the harder you press. So, last colour, cadmium orange, and we're going to go in with that. So my page over, the other side, was actually painted. I can see the crinkles on the page. Was actually painted, I think, with Neos. I'm not sure there's any pencil work on there, to be honest. And like I said, that was 2 years ago, so... I'm going to blend that all in nicely. Okay. We'll go back to our scarlet red and make sure that that's nice and deep. So we've got that real depth of colour. Sorry, I'm going to have to hold it with my thumb like that. My hands ache. It's amazing how you adapt, how your body adapts to do things when it struggles with pain. Okay, back in with the dark cadmium orange. Just going to build that colour up a bit more. Okay, and then our last colour, which is the cadmium orange. I'll just push that in. Until it's all beautifully blended and smooth. There we go. Alright. We're going to do the same in the centre, but we're going to do, I think I'm going to do dark either edge, because I want that to look like that's bulging out that way. So I think we're going to take the scarlet red, and we're going to have a nice deep dark edge here. Again, following the shape of the pumpkin, and then fade out again once you've got that nice shape and that darkness that we want. Then this side, Keep it dark under there. So just bringing that shape round and at the base. Okay. Making sure it's nice and deep, that colour. And then fade it out. Just so we've got a good line to blend with. There we go. Excuse me. Then in with our dark cadmium orange. And again we go over, back over that scarlet red. Now I want to bring that back into an oval shape. There we go. And we're going to go in with the cad orange. And bring that in. I'm going to pull that down a little bit further than I had given it space for. So hopefully, it, like I say, it looks domed this way. Okay, work backwards. We'll go, excuse me, back in with our scarlet red. Let that colour build up. And here. Then our dark cadmium orange. There we go. Cool. Right, and then just a final go over to make sure we've got it all covered. Okay, how's that? I think that looks really cool. Okay, and then what we'll do is dark here, so the scarlet red down this side. So if I do those darks for you, then you'll be able to see. Dark it, bring it out into the shape of the pumpkin. Then our dark cadmium orange. Again, making sure you keep that shape. You can give yourself a little line so you don't go over it. Okay, and then our cadmium orange around that edge. Then we're going to go back in. Scarlet red. Deepen that up there. Under there. Dark cadmium orange. Okay. And then our cadmium orange. Okay, and then we're going to do that section exactly the same. Hopefully it looks like it's domed. Okay, that's pumpkin 1. Pumpkin 2 is this colour. This is new for me, so we're going to try one that's not so bright. But I do like that. It does look pretty cool. You could do all that colour if you want. I just wanted to give you some different options. Which one should we go for? I'm just trying to think. I've got 3 colours, or 3 different pumpkins. Okay, let's do that one. So we've got sanguine, burnt ochre and terracotta. So we're going to do it exactly the same. So I'm taking the sanguine and I'm going to give myself a dark edge. Again, following the shape. Then we're going in with the burnt ochre. Yeah, burnt ochre, so that one. And then the terracotta. I'm just making sure I've got the right pencils. Okay. I might need to change that terracotta actually. We'll see. Right, so back in with the sanguine. And then let's just go straight to the terracotta. So I went sanguine terracotta. Okay. So we're going to do the same. Here. I might need to lighten that. So, where are you, my trusty white Prisma? My stubby white Prisma. So let's just lighten that edge a little bit with the white Prisma. There we go. That's okay, that's better. And then go back with our terracotta. There we go. Colour choices were maybe a little too close to each other, but we'll keep going. Okay, so back in with the sanguine. Yeah. Make that really nice and deep. I think the third one's quite different. Yeah, it's more sort of a goldeny. Okay, then we're going to use the burnt ochre. That will help us to blend. Okay. And then in with the terracotta. There we go. You can see it a bit better on this section because it's bigger, so you can see the colour change better. There we are. Right, I'm going to go back in with the sanguine. Make sure that's nice and deep. Then the burnt ochre. There we go, give that a bit of a brush off. And then, because we're in the middle section, the same as we did on the last one, we're going to do sanguine. So, nice and dark all the way round. Again, following the pumpkin shape. Get that nice and deep in there. Okay, same this side, round the little stalk. Nice and dark. around its base. Okay, then in with the burnt ochre, making sure we keep that curve. That's really important, otherwise we're just going to have a flat looking pumpkin. There we go. I've only got one more colour choice to show you and then we can move on. So stick with me guys, just for a bit longer. And then we'll go in with the terracotta in the centre. There. Now you can start to see that colour difference. Oh, my hand's aching. I don't know why it's so bad tonight, but it really is. The ache. Okay, let's keep going. We won't be beaten, folks. Okay, then we'll go back to our burnt ochre. Again, ensuring that I keep that curvature. Back in with the sanguine. I won't do the whole pumpkin with you. It's the same as how we're going to do, how we did that one. I'm just deepening that up there. And that's the lovely thing about polychrome, is because they're layering pencils, you can keep going back in and adding that depth until you get it as dark as it can go. Okay, then we're going back in with the burnt ochre, and we keep going until we've got a nice smooth blend. And lastly, terracotta. Let's get that. Do a bit more on there. Okay, so that is pumpkin 2. If I can leave it alone long enough. Just put in some more of that burnt ochre in. I didn't want to colour that piece. I don't know why. Okay, pumpkin 2. Let's do pumpkin 3 down here. So this is pumpkin 3. I hope it turns out okay. I just wanted a bit of variation. So this is the last colour combos that we're going to use, and we've got raw umber, we've got green gold, and we've got light yellow ochre. So exactly the same as we've done these, we're going to go in with the raw umber, nice and dark on its edge. And then let it fade out. I hope my thumb's not getting in the way. I'm sorry folks, my hand's really aching. There we go. Then we're going in with a green gold. Love this colour. It's great for lots and lots of things. Green gold. And then finally, light yellow ochre. Just because I wanted my pumpkin patch to be different. So they weren't all the same. There we go. Could have done a green one, couldn't we? But I didn't. So now I'm going back in and just making sure that blend is okay. Okay. And then we're going to do that exactly the same as we've done the... I don't know why I'm erasing that, I don't need to. And we're going to do that exactly the same as we've done the other ones. Okay, with that combination. So, and then I'm probably going to do bright orange and reverse it. Bright orange, green gold one, and then that, whatever. I don't know. As long as they're not next to each other. I'll work it out. Alright folks, I'm going to go and finish those. And then we'll join back up when our pumpkins are done and we can carry on. See you in a sec. I just wanted to pop back quickly and show you what I've done because I felt that these were a little too dark. So if we go back to our original combination, I've coloured this as we had on camera and I've coloured this section as we have on camera. And I'm just going to use these different ones, these top ones, just to brighten these up a bit. So I'm going to take the cadmium orange and I'm going to throw that in here because I don't want them bright like the first one, but we can still add orange. Okay, and it will give them a nicer tone, but they won't look like the first one. So I'm just adding those bits in just to help lift the colour. And I did the same on this one. So I've coloured this as we had originally. Then I'm just going to go in with these colours. And it will give us a more orange look. So I've just gone between those two. But again, it will stop it looking like the first one. So nice and quick, but I hope you'll agree, that actually that looks better than it did. So I'm going to take that scarlet red, I'm going to put some in there. Just put it in where you feel, really. That'll help really deepen up those lines. And can you see it's just not the same as the first one, but we're going to get a nice variation of colour. There. Alright, so I just wanted to pop back quickly and show you that's what I'm going to be doing so that we get these different variants of pumpkin. Alright, see you in a sec folks. Okay, I've finished the pumpkins. We're going to move on to their stalks. So I got some different colours. I did do 3 of the bright orange ones because they were my favourite. But they all came out looking, apart from the 3 bright ones, they all came out looking relatively different, so I was quite pleased about that. So, stalk. First set of stalks I have got, right, olive green, yellowish and earth green. Let's come in so you can see. So I've got olive green, yellowish and earth green. So I'm going to take the olive green at the base and I'm going to work up one side. Like that. Maybe it down here a little bit. And then we're going to put the earth green on the other side. So nice and simple. And just going back over there, deepen that up. And just deepening it up. So that's stalk 1. Then we've got stalk 2, which is earth green yellowish and May green. Did I say olive green yellowish? Or did I say earth green? I don't know. Too tired. Right, let's pick a different pumpkin. So let's do this one. And we're going to do the same thing. So I'm running down here with the earth green yellowish. Sorry. So it's a good job I checked and moved. Okay, so earth green yellowish round here. Oh, thank you.
Who are you talking to?
The camera.
Oh.
Thank you. It's my husband bringing me a cup of tea, bless him.
As always.
Yeah, he's famous on YouTube now, see? There's the husband. Okay. So we've got earth green yellowish. And then we're going to go in with May green this side. I think there's something on this page that doesn't like the polychromos. They're not behaving very well. Can you see that? Let me try erasing that. Might have to switch to Prismas if it carries on. They're just not blending and behaving very well. So let's try again. I'm not sure why. I wonder if it's the... It shouldn't be the... It shouldn't be the fixative I've put on, because I've used it loads of times, but it's just like they're resisting. On certain parts, look. Can you see that? It's like it's resisting the pencil. Yeah, it's not liking it at all. How bizarre. Yeah, it doesn't like it at all, does it? Right, give me 2 minutes, folks. Okay, guys, the weirdest problem. This will not colour. Prismas won't colour over it. So I've tried over here with the 2 colours we used originally, and it's colouring fine, as the pumpkins did. So I'm just using that olive green yellowish. I'm just seeing if I've got a problem anywhere else. But look, that's coloured in just fine. So what I've done is traced around it. I've made a tiny little template of a colour. So what I'm going to do is colour it in first. So I'm going to move this out of the way. And I'm going to bring those 2 colours in. We're going to try and colour this tiny little pumpkin stalk, and then we'll stick it on. So if I move in, here we go. I'm colouring it first so that it doesn't affect the pencil when I try and colour it. Okay, so these are the colours we're going to use. I'm going to use the Chromium Green Opaque, just because I've got a little bit of pencil line there. And I'm going to make that dark on that one side. So I hope it's just that one piece. I don't know what it is about that little section, but it just would not take pencil. Everything else seems to be okay. So I'm just going around the edge here. It's just bizarre. I've never known anything like it. We had a bit of resistance on the Joanna Basford page we coloured the other day, but not like this. And for Prismas to not work, it's really quite odd. So I'm just going around the bottom, giving that chromium green opaque. Just making sure I've covered it all. Then we're going to go in with earth green yellowish. So we're going to use the earth green yellowish now. So I'm sorry about that, but the things we have to do to rescue our pages, hey? I wonder if it's the... I don't know what is going on. I wonder if there's something on my hands. I think it could have been those baby wipes that I was using, maybe. It's got some kind of oil on it. Could be, because this is doing the same. I need to keep my hands off the page. Oh dear, I'm cursed, folks. I'm cursed. I'm not going to be able to do my colouring. Oh God, please don't tell me that. Go demented. Okay, I think we've got a little rescued stalk. So, let's bring our page back. And this is the bit, it just won't take anything. I'm thinking it's probably those baby wipes and I've got some of that oil on the page. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to stick that really carefully over there. And then nobody will even know. So I've got a Pritt stick, or a glue stick. And I'm just going to put it on there. Make sure I've got enough glue on it. Here we go. I didn't think we'd be doing a page repair on this video. Taking the excess off. And line it up. And plop it on. There we go. No one will know, so shush. Shh. Don't let out our secret. So that was that one. And then I'd got, let's try another one. Gosh, I hope that doesn't happen on the rest of the page. I'm going to be devastated. Let's try, and we're going to do that combination. Let's try this one. Well, that dries. I've got the chromium green opaque again. And then I've got the nice bright permanent green. Alright, so let's get this stalk in view. So we're going to do the chromium green opaque. I really hope it's just that one patch. I'm going to be absolutely heartbroken if I've ruined this with some kind of oil off those baby wipes. Okay, so chromium green opaque, run that round, and then the permanent green, which is nice and bright. Yeah, I have to say something's going on, and the only thing I can think is those baby wipes. You know, when I clean my hands from the pastel, it's definitely not the fixative because I've used that over and over. So we'll persevere, folks, we will persevere. Obviously your page, it's not going to have this issue. Okay, so we've got one repaired stalk. We've got this one, which I have to say there is a little bit of that going on there, where it just doesn't want to blend, doesn't want to behave. Not great. So I'm just going to mix those colours up for the stalks, those three combinations for the stalks, just so they look a bit different. Okay, let's have a look. Right, berries. I've just got my fingers crossed that it was just a one-off. Can you believe it? Just sharpening my pencils. Berries here. Okay, just 2 pencils for the berries. Nice and simple. So, we've got violet and then sky blue. So this will bring our background in a little bit. So I'm taking the violet and I'm just going to go around the bottom. Please colour in properly. There we go. Fade it out. And then we're going to go into sky blue. Neither blue nor purple, but cute. You can do the same on this one at the bottom. Here. There we go. Blue purple berries. You like? I like it, it's cute. Alright. Then the next bit we've got to look at is the stones that go round the pumpkin patch. So we are going to take these greys. Now I'm going to take warm grey 4 and warm grey 2 to do the actual, let me just make sure I get the right ones, to do ones that have got any size to them. So I'm taking warm grey 4 and please colour in. I'm just going to pick an edge and then fade it out gently. There we go. And then warm grey 2 around the top. And blend that in. Okay, we'll do another one. I think I'm just going to have to be really careful. Let's pick another one. So we'll do this side. There we go. And then, so the warm grey 5, I'm just going to, these ones are going to be really dark in between. Like that. Just so that there's a bit of contrast in their colour. There we go. Let's just try another one. Okay. And you can just sort of change it up with how much colour you put on it. So there we go, we've got the stones. So I'm going to go and wash my hands in case I transfer any more oils to the page. Let me come out so you can see. I'm going to finish the stalks, the berries and the stones, and then we'll meet back up. I'll see you in a sec. Right folks, I've managed thankfully to colour the berries and the stones with no further problems. On the page, I think it must have been the baby wipes that I was using, so I'll have to remember that and not use that brand, or wash my hands afterwards instead. So I'm going to take the mix that I used here, which was the Chromium Green Opaque and the Earth Green, and we're going to pick some leaves to do. So let's come in. We are going to do all these little round leaves, all these little sort of, oh, missed a couple of berries there. Oh, right, let's get those done, otherwise I'll forget. Okay, I'm going to start here because I'm dreading whether I'm going to have the same problem with it. So we're using Chrome Green Opaque, and at the bottom, oh, it seems to be okay. Oh, we're going to put the Chrome Green Opaque at the bottom, and then I'm going in on the top with the Earth Green. So Was it Chrome Green Opaque? Oh, I think that's the darkest one I've got, isn't it? Yeah, must have been. So we'll go in and deepen that up. There we go. So they're all going to be done like that. All those leaves. Now let's see. Let's do the Chrome Green Opaque and the Permanent Green. No. Because we've got these little leaves. Let's do Chrome Green Opaque. So Chrome Green Opaque, we're going to do this leaf. So I'm going to come up this side. Bring it over there a little bit. I'm trying to be really careful because of those oils. And then we're going to use earth green yellowish for here. There we go. Could have sworn that there is Chrome Oxide Green. I'm going to try that. Ooh, that's better. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Let's put that in. So this is Chrome Oxide, and it is 278. There we go. So that's better. That'll give us a little bit of. Leave it alone, Lucy. A little bit in there too. There we go. Alright. Then, right, so let's do another leaf now we've got that combo sorted out. So we're going to put in the Chrome Green Opaque. So I'm going to go up this side. Bring that up here a little bit. And then earth green yellowish, is it? Yep, earth green yellowish. Go over that. Excuse me. Have a sip of the tea. And then we're going to go in with the Chrome Oxide Green and just deepen up that bottom. There we go. Okay, definitely something going on down the page. Look how dark that is in comparison to that one. So I definitely got some kind of oil. Right, let's do just one more, just so that I know that you've I haven't confused you with these new colours. So got frog in my throat. Excuse me. So Chrome Green Opaque. I'm going to do that at the bottom. Come up the side. Then we're going to take the earth green yellowish. Go over that. And then the Chrome Oxide Green. We're just going to put that in the base. There we go. Okay. That's leaves covered. And I think we'll do the swirls in the I'm going to do a different swirl in case that one's a pain. Chrome green opaque, and then the earth green yellowish as well, because it's a nice bright combo. So I'm going in with the chrome green. I'm just praying to gosh it colours. Please colour, don't be a pain. Oh, I think we might have a problem here as well. Okay, let's just gently. So that's chrome green opaque. I'm going to put it in there as well. You can feel it as soon as you come off a bit that hasn't got the oil on it. You can feel how beautiful the polychromos work. So earth green yellowish. So they normally just glide on Rita's paper. But there we go. Your page will be fine. It's just mine. Okay. I'm just going to leave it because otherwise it's not going to blend. We'll do the same on this one. Chrome green opaque. I'm going to do that on the underside here. Yeah, this bit's fine. And they're like silky and lovely on the paper. There we go. So we'll have that nice brightness in there. Yeah. Okay. Right, let's go off and finish those leaves. Let's come out and have a look. Ooh, that's in. Okay, let's go off and finish the leaves. So these little roundy ones are the chrome green opaque and earth green, yes. And then these ones are chrome green opaque and earth green yellowish, yeah. Okay. Alright folks, calm. I'll see you in a second. Okay folks, because of the issues that I had with the oils off the thing, I've done all the leaves the same because it seemed to cover over, there's a little bit there that hasn't done, it seemed to cover over everything really nicely, but actually I really like how it's come together. Now, I was going to do a little bit of definition round here, around the earth, so let's do that together and then we're nearly finished. Okay, let's come in and have a look around these pumpkins. So we've got some definitions here, like up this side, some little, that's the spider's web, so I don't want to get that confused. So I've got nugget, Bista and brown ochre, which you can't see. There we go. Nugget, Bista and brown ochre. So I'm going to take the nugget, taking the nugget, and I'm just going to put some shading in. I'm going to be really careful here. I'm not going to go overboard. I'm going to let the chalk be part of the colour, hopefully. Okay, so this is nugget. It might be okay actually, but if I get stuck now, I would be very sad. Right, and then I think that is our spider's web. So then I'm going to take Bista, blend a bit of that in. Okay, and then of course the brown ochre. Let's put a little bit of that in. I will go back in now I've got a nice coat of it, so we'll go back in with the nugget, just deepen that up. There we go. Bista. And then we'll go back over all of that with the brown ochre. There we go. Alright, so we've got a little bit of soil going on up here. Let's carry on, because it would still be behind the spider's web, wouldn't it, actually? So, okay, so we're going to put the nugget in. Feeling a bit braver with it now. So, this bit of page is okay. All the way up there. With our nugget. Then in with our bister. Nice earthy tones. And then our brown ochre. There we go. Okay, soil. We're going to do the same over here. So, nugget. Let's just do into that pumpkin, bring that out. Careful around our little plants. Yeah, you can. Just checking you could see. Bring that down like that. The same over here. With the nugget. Bring that out. There we go. And then the bister. Bring a little bit of that out. Down here. Carefully go around our little berries. And down here. Okay, then we've got our brown ochre. We're going to put that in. Now, I think what might be quite good to do is to bring up, if I can move everything out the way, move, bring up the brown ochre from here and then we can try and blend that into our chalk at some point. So we'll bring it up and then just let it fade away. So I'll bring it up and just get lighter and lighter and lighter so it fades into that chalk colour. There we go. Because I don't want to cover the whole of that chalk colour up. Just get lighter and lighter and lighter until it disappears into the chalk. Okay, just have to pray that I'm going to have to be careful here because you can see it separating again. I'm sorry about this, folks, but again, like people say to me, it's good to show it. So please be careful if you're using baby wipes. Some of them are going to have oils in that may well affect your page like mine has done. We did a repair, we did an emergency repair and we've got away with it. So it's just a shame. But at least hopefully we've all learnt something. I will in future wash my hands after I've used any type of baby wipe. I have to go with those, you know, them water wipes. I wonder what they'd be like. But yeah, just please be careful. Anyway, lesson learnt, and we've recovered. So we might put a little bit of Bister in there, just to tone down that oranginess. Is that Bister? Just give it a quick sharpen. Here we go. Just round the stones. There we go. Hopefully that will blend that. It looks like I can't blend for toffee, but you can't. So yeah, but at least we've learnt from it, haven't we, folks? There we go. Alright, and the same up here. I'm going to bring that brown ochre down. Yeah, you can see. So I'm just going to bring it down and then just lightly fade it out. Okay. Particularly around this problem area. And if you're thinking, oh, would it create a bump on the back of the page? It doesn't, because it was just copy paper that I used. So I just used a thin piece of paper and then you stick it on. There we go, just be careful going around it. There we are. Just pull that out. I'm nearly done. Okay, we'll do the same. And we'll do the same around this bit and the same bringing that down here. Alright folks, I'll go off and finish that and then we can add some glitz and glam to it. I'm just thinking about maybe silver baubles. I'd love to outline the spider's webs, but I don't know how well they'd do. We'll see. Alright folks, I'll see you in a second. Okay, I've done the earth. Now, I had all sorts of grand ideas for the spider's webs, but I don't risk it. So, what I'm going to do is, where did I put it? I'm just taking my white jelly roll, and in all the spider web, like dewdrops, I'm going to make those extremely white. And I was going to do the spider web in silver, but I just got a feeling that it will get lost on the page, so I don't want to risk that. So I'm just making those extremely white with a gel pen, and then they are going to be stickled. So we can have some glitz and glamour on the page, even if I can't have my silvery spider webs, because I've chickened out. No. And don't put your hand in it. go. Any others? No. Okay. So, I was gifted these pens a while ago. It's the metallic No, just dropped my stickles in. Oh my gosh. People, what is happening to me today? Dropped my stickles in dirty paint water. Yeah, so I brought these. These are what they look like. They're the Tooly Art metallic acrylic paint pens. They're gorgeous. That's what I was going to use. And they would work perfectly well, but I'm just not brave enough. But they're the colours. Aren't they pretty? Gorgeous. Anyway, that's what I was going to do. I might put a little bit of the Tooly Art metallic green in there, actually. I've got this really cool colour. I don't know if they've got colours on them. What does it say? Just says extra fine metallic. I can't see a name on these ones, but they're gorgeous nonetheless. So, you have to shake it until you hear the ball bearing in there going. Just see if I've got it running. This is a beautiful colour. Give it a bit more of a shake. Please work. What is going on? Honestly, it's like I'm not meant to have done this video tonight. Okay, got those going. So the little like seed pods, I'm going to do those in these metallic pans. This will have a bit of shine. Even that's struggling, and that's acrylic paint. Isn't that bizarre? Yes, so note what you're using on your hands, folks, if you're going to do your colouring books. You can have a little bit of shine in the greens. There we go. Any more? That's cobweb. Yeah, a few more up here. Can you see? Could you see any of that? So just the little like seed pods round the plants. There you go. Is there any more? So there, when we tilt the page, can you see that gorgeous glitter? Okay. Yeah. And then I'm taking my very, very favourite diamond stickles, which is glitter glue, and working at the top and working my way down to the bottom. So I'm starting at the top left, I'm going to work my way down to the bottom right so that I don't smudge it all. So everywhere that these little dewdrops, that's what I'm assuming they are going to get stickerized. There we go. And I don't worry too much about stickles now on the page. If I want to colour the page behind, I just put a wodge of paper underneath it and it cushions it so you can colour it. So it doesn't bother me anymore. Here we go. So I bet then the trouble I had in Joanna Basford's book, you know, there was a little bit that was resisting then on that page. I bet that's those flaming baby wipes that I've been using. No more, folks. Or at least I know what it is now, so I can stop using it. Okay, I will leave this page open overnight to ensure that the glitter is dry. And I did do a little bit of silver there. I don't know if you can see it where the spider web is. So I might, if I'm feeling braver once the stickles have dried, do some of the lines on the spider's web in silver. What do you think? Look, there it is. That line there. Oops, sorry, knocked the camera. Or is it just going to get lost on the page? I don't want them to be lost. But there we are, we've got some stickles. Let's come out and have a look. So, a nice quick little Halloween page. Well, it would have been quick if I hadn't have had the drama. It would seem that every time we do a colour on there's a drama these days. Or a colour with me, there's some kind of drama. I've knocked you again. Anyway, what do you think, folks? I'm really pleased with how it's turned out. I would have liked to have been able to be brave enough to do something with the spider's webs, but seeing as the page was quite traumatic for me with my with the oils off the... Anyway, I'm waffling. I didn't, because I daren't. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright. Anyway, folks, I hope you've enjoyed this little Halloween-y colour with me. I do have some new books. I don't know if you've seen them, but I do have Coco Wyo's Weird Couple. It's hilarious. It's a little weird, but nevertheless, quite hilarious. For Halloween, there's that one. And I also got Nice Little Town Halloween in Witch Town. Gorgeous pictures. Love this one. So yeah, I've got those for Halloween. So I don't know if I'll manage to cram some of those in for us, and hopefully it won't be so muddled. Anyway, I'll let you go. One last shot, if you can see the whole thing. There we go. Next to my old page. Okay, so thank you so much for following me as always, all your love and support, and until we meet again for some more Halloween-y colouring, take really good care of yourselves, my friend. Night night.